What's up YouTube, BizMath here. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you all the exact seller script I use when I'm talking to sellers in real estate wholesaling. I know I get questions from you all on how to talk to sellers. What seller scripts do you use, Matthew? And what seller scripts can I use in order to close wholesale deals? So in today's video, we're going to explore that even more and more. And if you find any value from this video, just like it, comment down below, and subscribe. If you all are interested in the seller script, just take like a screenshot or something. I don't have anything that you can download because it's a very simple script that you can just watch the video while you're talking to sellers, or just screenshot it and save it, or write it down yourself because it's very short. So if you're interested, you can do something like that. And then another thing I want to point out is that this script is heavily influenced by different other scripts that I've heard in the past, that I've seen before, that I've taken courses from, and different things like that. So I want to especially shout out Mr. TTP himself, Brent Daniels. My script is heavily influenced from him, and also the different things that we need from the seller is straight from him. So before looking at the script, what are the different things we need to get out of the seller in order to know if it's a deal or not a deal? So number one, we have to understand or see if the property has any flaws, if it needs any repairs. So basically the condition of the property. Then we're going to be looking at the price, how much they're looking to sell the property for. If they want a cash offer. Another thing we'll be looking at is why they are motivated to sell. What's the reason? Is it because they're a tired landlord, or they're just moving, or different things like that? And then another thing is just the timeline to sell. When are they looking to sell? So those are the four objectives that we need to get out of a seller in order to know if it's a deal or not a deal. And that's straight from the man himself. So shout out Mr. TTP himself. I'll put his channel link down below if you all are interested in checking out his awesome content. He has really helped me in my business, and I know he will help you. All right, so first thing I like to start off with is just say, hello, Sally. So you have your list of different people, and you're just going through your list, whether using the dialer or manually dialing, so you know who you're calling. So let's say the person name is Sally. So you just start off by saying, hello, Sally. And if they say yes, or who are you, or yes, or something else, I don't know, then you can continue on with the script. If they say no, you have the wrong number, just hang up, be like, okay, thank you, bye. So if they say yes, say, hey Sally, my name is Matthew, and I know this is random, but I'm an investor looking to buy a home soon, and I wanted to know if you ever consider selling yours at 123 Main Street. But I like this because number one, you're introducing yourself, your name, and who you are. You said that you're an investor. And another thing that you're doing is you're telling your purpose of the call in a relatively short time. So this first opening line should probably take 5 to 7 seconds to say, or even less. And so you say who you are, you say what you do, and you say what you're calling for, all in this time frame. And yeah, that's why I love this beginning script. So if you all are interested in starting like that, make sure you take a look at that. And then you put the property address just to confirm that you are actually talking to the person you're trying to contact. I don't like to waste people's time and say, oh, how's your day going? Or like different things like that. Because sometimes people just want, okay, why are you calling me? Yes, I'm interested, boom, boom, boom. But you can still say it in a smooth way where it becomes a natural conversation. So I actually start talking about the property. And so like, let's say they are interested in selling. Then I like to say, or if they say, oh, it depends on the offer, say, okay, yeah, no problem. Yeah, it depends on the offer. Let me get a little bit more information about the property. Can you tell me about the property? For example, how many beds and baths? And that just gets them to talk and just ease their guards and take away their guards, because they can start talking about this about their house and that about their house. And I like this opening line. I like to say it. I don't know if I've seen this specific line this early in the script, but to me, I noticed that it really takes a lot of guards down to a lot of sellers. Just opening a line about the property. I'm not going into anything personal. We're just talking about the house. Let's start talking. Boom. After they talk about the house, you can say, I like to just go into, okay, let's start getting and collecting the information we need to see if this is a deal or not a deal. So I say, okay, Awesome. Okay, you have 3 beds, 2 baths. So I also like to repeat what they say, because that builds rapport, and it's just a good skill to have, to show that you are listening by repeating what they say. And then I like to say, okay, cool. Yeah, we buy properties as is without you lifting another finger on the property. And so we would love to work with properties that may need a little bit of love. Can you tell me about some of the repairs and updates needed on the property? So now we're talking about the condition of the property, because that's what we want to get. And like, even asking this first question, you may get some information that you don't even have to ask these questions. So that's the thing with these questions, that it prompts people to answer all the questions just with one question. So that's what I like. So this I think Brent Daniels talks about, I like you have any properties that need a little bit of TLC. So I kind of got that from him too. And it just really shows that, hey, you don't have to work on your property anymore. You don't have to be shy in telling me like the condition of your property. I'm here, I'm an investor, I've seen everything under the sun. Can you tell me about the updates and repairs needed on the property? So that's when you can get the condition of the property, and that's the thing that we need next on this journey is just knowing the condition of the property. So after you get that information, you can kind of repeat what they say and then go on to the next thing. So you can say, okay, since this is a cash purchase, we usually close within 30 to 45 days. Do you have a timeline when you're looking to sell? So we got the condition of the property. Now we're getting into the timeline to sell, if they are interested in selling. And if they say, oh, probably 6 months from now. Now this is a follow-up, 6 month follow-up, to follow up with them every 3 weeks or something like that. Do you have a timeline to sell? Let's say, oh, I'm ready to sell now. Let's say they say something like that. That's good. You just continue on with the script. Even if they say they're looking to sell in a year, you can still continue on with the script. So next, the next question I like to ask is, out of curiosity, why would you be considering selling your property? So honestly, most of the time I never have to ask this question directly, because with these other questions, I already get that information from them. So like whether I'm talking about like a timeline to sell, I will get the reason why they're looking to sell. Because if they tell me, hey, I'm looking to sell in 30 days because I need to pay off this or that, or because I'm tired of my landlords and I'm tired of my tenants and they're moving out soon, or I'm a tired landlord. So most of the time I don't have to ask that question, but let's say you do, because you still don't really know the reason why they're looking to sell. You have to ask it in a good way. So I like to say, out of curiosity, why would you be consider selling your property? Something like that, or like, it's in a good area. Is it because of you talked to me about the condition of the property? Is it because of the repairs? You just don't want to invest in that. So sometimes you have to be a little bit more direct with them and say that. I leave asking for the price the last thing, because I want to build rapport with them first. I want to get to know them, because throughout these questions up here, you can start filling in more rapport building tactics. So let's say they start talking about their property, and they start talking about their child or their grandchild, or that they used to live here or own their property there. You can start talking about these other things. So this script is only like to get that information from the owners of the property, but always filter in or like bring in rapport building tactics in order to create that trust with the seller. So at last, I like to say, okay, let's say once again, we pay all cash for the property, pay all closing costs, we buy the property as is. Where you do not have to lift another finger on the house, how much would you be looking for the house? Boom. In this last question, you all see that I reiterate, I go over the benefits of going with me. I say, hey, we pay cash for our properties, we pay all closing costs, we buy the property as is, we can close fast. So I kind of go over what we can do and why this person may ask for a lower price because I'm doing all these things. And so usually that may prompt them to, say a price that's a little bit lower than retail. Sometimes they'll still be looking for retail even after this question, but that's how I like to ask for price. And so boom, that's what happens. And Yeah, I get a number from them. If it works, if it's a little bit lower than market value, then I'll keep them on my follow-up. And that's essentially the script that I have, and I hope you all really enjoyed this video. If you all are interested, once again, in the script, just take a screenshot or something, write it down, just pause this video, write it down. And once again, huge shout out to all the other creators I follow and the different courses I took to help me formulate my own version of this script. Especially TTP, Brent Daniels. I know I shouted out to him so many times, but shout out to him again. All right, you all, hope you all like this video. Be sure to subscribe, comment down below if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace.